Greetings. I greet you all in the name of the Creator, the number one, the only one, the owner of the world. My name is Nuruddin Tijani. This is the Ministry of Truth, the Return of Light. In today's video, I'm going to be etymologizing the word Sabbath, bringing in the truthful meaning of the word and tracing back the origin and the ancient meaning of the word. So before I get started, let me remind us that today is the 21st day of the 8th month in the lunisolar calendar, the original and the natural calendar of the sky, created by the Almighty, the Creator, for us to follow and to use to count the days and the years and the month so we can get closer to Him and understand His precious days and periods and as signs for us to know where we are at in the prophecy and what to expect in the future. So let's get started. First of all, let me also mention that the word Sabbath was taken from the word seven, Sabah, in the Arabic and the Hebrew language. The number 7 is actually Sabah. That's where the word Sabbath actually came from. And that is referring to the seventh day of the creation when the Almighty, put an end to the creation process in terms of, some people call it the resting day, okay, the day of rest. So it's the seventh day. So according to Sabbath, it's referring to the seventh day of rest. And also, from the original etymology of the word, we will understand that it's the period of rest as well, because originally in the Yoruba tradition and culture, the seventh hour is the hour of rest, hour of eating and resting. Okay, so we're going to find that out today. So let's get started. The first thing we should do is to write down the word Sabbath in the Arabic language, and which is written as thus, Sabbath. I don't know the Hebrew language. I would have written it also in the Hebrew language, but the Hebrew and the Arabic language are very similar. So let's use the Arabic language because that's what I actually know a bit of. So Sabbath, from the number 7, the word number 7, which is Sabah, which means 7. Okay, Sabbath. So now, as I've said before, that the seventh hour refers to the hour of rest and hour of eating. Okay, now let me tell you where that actually came from. So according to the Yoruba tradition and ancient culture, the numbers are actually representing a particular hour of the day and activities that are carried out at that particular hour. In this video, I'm not going to be giving the activities and the knowledge and the breakdown of the numbers according to the Yoruba ancient tradition, but I'm going to be talking specifically about number 6 and number 7 to understand the truthful meaning behind the word Sabbath, which is referring to the seventh. Okay, so the 6th hour. Okay, let me actually read 1 to 7 in the Yoruba language so you can, for reference. So number 1 actually is Eni, number 2 is Eji, 3 is Eta, 4 is Eni, 5 is Anu, 6 is Efa, and 7 is Eje. So Efa in the Yoruba language actually is referring to the period of drawing in of darkness. Ifa, King Konfa. So when the hour of darkness is, the evening is drawing in, when darkness is drawing in little by little, that is Efa. And the 7th hour is when the sun has already set and it's period of relaxing, where everybody has actually gone back inside, and the time of eating. The word Eje in Yoruba language is from the word Eje, which means to eat. So, and that is the idea of this Sabbath meal that people prepare to celebrate the Sabbath, because particularly there's a particular feast or kind of food that is prepared on Sabbath, which is referring to the number 7 in Yoruba language, which is the period of eating. Okay, so that is a link first of all, and then now let's etymologize. Let's break down the word Sabbath itself. Sabbath. Okay. So the word Sabbath written down in English is written as thus. Some people write it with double B. So let's try to write it with double B first. Or some people write it with just one B, which is Sabbath. Okay, we pronounce Sabbath anyway. So we have Sabbath. In this word, we have 3 consonants. which are the key players to the understanding of the word. Sabbath. Okay, we have sa, but 3 consonants. The first consonant, like I said before in my previous videos, that Yoruba language, each consonant is like a word. It has a meaning. So the first consonant is isa. Okay, isa. And then we have the second one, which is iba. And then the third one, which is eti. Okay, so we have isabeti, sabati, sabati, sabati. Now, as you can see that while pronouncing the 3 words together very quickly, we can already hear the word Sabbath itself. So sabati, sabati. So that's the pronunciation. If you pronounce quickly and correctly in the original Yoruba language. Okay, so now we have what does Isa mean? Isa mean the descending or the spreading. Okay, it means the descending or the spreading, and then Iba means the arrival, and it means evening or darkness. Okay, or the hour of finish, or the hour of ending, or the hour of the end. Okay, so Isabat means the descending of the arrival of the end or the evening, and that what happens every day at the 7th hour, when everything is when the sun is set, the sun is set, and people are actually feasting and having dinner. Okay, so that is that. Now, for also to gain more understanding and the deep philosophical meaning that the Yoruba people usually put in naming things, we have Isa. Isa could mean the growing, okay, the rising. It could also mean the rising. In some cases, it's because it's a certain at the point it also could be a rising. That's a deep thing to say, but I can explain that probably in the future. I'll explain that. But Isa could actually be the representation of the growth of the moon as it grows every day, and then when it reaches the first quarter, when it reaches the full moon, it begins to descend or to reduce in size, counting back towards the the new moon, which means Iba. So we have 2 events here, Isa and Iba. Isa means the increment, Iba means the decreasing. So, and Eti referring to maybe this is actually pointing to the fact that the name Eti could be referring to the moon, because it's the light that occurs that we see during the time of darkness. Okay, so the period of the end. That's the word Eti. That word stands for evening, closure, ending. All right. So Sabati is referring to Sabbath, which means the descending and the arrival of the end. So that is the original meaning of the word Sabbath. So I wish you all a wonderful Sabbath today, because today is the 21st day of the 8th month in the natural calendar of the sky. So yeah, and just a reminder that we as a people, we are obliged to fear the Almighty. He's a fierce God, and we should love Him and respect Him. There might be a point whereby we might experience the return of the Almighty to the world. In the past, there had been a record of such events whereby the coming of the day of the Almighty, and it was not a very it wasn't a funny period. It was a sad and terrible time, and that might be something that we may experience something. I mean, sometimes very soon. I don't know. I'm not saying that this may happen tomorrow, but who knows? From what we've been seeing in dreams and visions, it's actually showing us that the Almighty is actually present and is watching over us, and He might just decide to visit. So this is not something that we should take lightly. The coming of the days of the Almighty is a terrible one. So I'm just reminding us and warning us to fear the Lord, fear the Almighty, the Creator, and let's keep His laws and commandments as much as we can. It's not easy, I know, but we have to try our best. So thank you all for listening. If you have any words you want me to etymologize, don't hesitate to write them in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video. Salua.